Hello Soul Diggers, welcome back to another episode with me, your host Kim Mellor, and today I want to talk to you all about receiving. Now, have you ever felt uncomfortable when someone's giving you a compliment? Maybe you changed the subject or cracked a joke, or even physically had a response and felt defensive. A lot of us have a hard time accepting love, care, and compliments. And this has definitely been my journey and something that I have been really working on and bringing awareness to, especially the past few weeks, and really understanding why is it so hard for us to receive. And underneath this challenge of not being able to receive is a lack of self-worth. It confronts the part of us that is always telling, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve this. Being selfish is bad. Like, I'm not worth all of this love and affection and attention. And if this inner dialogue sounds familiar to you, it's because the vast majority of people have some sense of underlying shame about themselves. And I'm going to take you back to a couple of weeks when it was my birthday. Me and my gorgeous friend Kelly Bode went on a girls' trip to Lombongan, which is just off of Bali. And we planned to have this 4-day trip of sisterhood and fun and connection. And it was incredible. And I didn't quite realise how incredible it would be. And there was moments throughout the trip that I found it really, really hard to actually let it all in. So, for example, it was the Saturday we went to lunch for my birthday. This amazing clifftop restaurant, turquoise blue waters, like something that you see on an Instagram filter, except it was all natural. And we had this table with 7 people, and it was overlooking the ocean, and it's giving me shivers just thinking about it. But I was just sat there with everyone, and I was in so much awe of the life that I've created, the people that I'm around. And there was a moment that really made me reflect on something I think I have been finding very hard to let in, and that is love. It's genuine compliments. And it's this sense of, oh my God, I am loved. And to actually let that love in. So we were sat down and my dad messaged me. He's like, happy birthday, Kim. And he sent me this photo of a birthday card. Now, he'd gone to the shop. He got me a birthday card. He wrote inside of it and he screenshotted at me. Like, how cute is that? Bearing in mind that my dad sometimes gets my birthday wrong, the wrong month, the wrong day. But this year, it was different. And I sat there with my friends and I opened up my phone and they were like, oh my God, read it out. And it said, Dear Kim, wishing you the most amazing birthday to my most successful daughter from one very, very lucky dad. Now, those are words that I don't hear often from my dad. And I could feel this well of emotion coming from my feet all the way up to my eyes. And it was so much sensation, I just couldn't let it in. I think I was almost afraid of looking stupid or letting people see me in this emotion. And I could have easily have cried in that. My eyes were literally filling up. But instead, what I did is I closed my phone, I looked at the menu and I was like, right, should we order some champagne? And my friend Gina, she's amazing self-love coach, incredible friend. She said, hold on a minute. Let it in. Receive this moment. Receive this compliment. And she said, this is a moment that you could cherish forever. Let it in. And I was blown away from that reflection. And you're right. This is an incredible moment that I will never forget. I'm sat in this beautiful location. I've just got this amazing message from my dad. And I couldn't receive that level of love. And it made me reflect on where else in my life am I not letting life penetrate me? Just being so busy, just going through life, creating things and not acknowledging them, giving compliments and not receiving them. And the whole trip was a very expansive trip. And one of my intentions was to expand my level of receiving, because I know that if I want to create more in life, I have to first of all receive more. So this is a really good reflection for you guys to think about. Do you want to create more from life? And if so, are you actually stopping to notice what's happening around you right now? Are you actually receiving what's already there? Because I can guarantee a lot of you are walking through life or running through life or sprinting through life trying to get somewhere, and you're not letting the beauty of life now penetrate you. Think about when someone gives you a compliment, do you deflect it? This has been my whole life. Oh my God, Kim, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, it's my makeup I'm wearing, or, it's just completely deflecting the compliment. Now, that's not great for the person who's given it to you, because they want you to have that. And actually, it's very dishonoring when we don't accept someone's compliment. And yeah, it's just been such an awareness for me the past few weeks of where else am I not letting life in? So there's a few reasons why you might also feel the same. Number one is you might feel like it's selfish. You might think it's really selfish to have all the attention on you. And that's how I felt on my birthday. Like when it got to the end of my birthday day, it was so much to handle. I was having gifts and compliments and ceremonies. And I mean, it wasn't even like a big birthday. It was my 37th birthday. But why shouldn't every birthday be amazing, right? And towards the end of the day, I felt like saying, okay, that's enough now. Let's take it off of me. Like, I don't want the attention to be on me now. And again, I think I just felt like, oh, it's so selfish for everyone to focus on me. But when you're in a sisterhood that is so connective and nourishing, people want to give to you, because giving is such a gift. So that was a really interesting time for me. And the next one is intimacy. So if you feel like you've had a bad experience in the past and you've not allowed yourself to get close to people, maybe you think there's a reason why people are giving you a compliment. Like, oh my God, are they just trying to get something from me? That fear of intimacy or being judged or being abused. And, just being able to accept that love can completely elicit all of those fears. And strings attached. Maybe this person wants something from me. Perhaps they want something in return. Just think about the last time you gave an honest compliment. You probably just wanted to just tell someone how nice they are, and you didn't want anything in return. But so often throughout my life personally, I've thought, oh, what does that person want? Another thing is, it's very vulnerable, and it can make you feel, oh my God, is this weak? Am I weak if I'm just receiving something? Vulnerability is not a bad thing. When I think about the people I love the most, it's when they decided to be vulnerable with me that I really began to see them. I saw their soul. And I believe, especially now, people crave connection. They crave to be seen, and being able to share what's really important to you is really special. I love to listen to people. I love it when they really share their heart and their soul and what really lights them up in life. I think it's a really beautiful connection and space to be in. You also might have the fear of loss. So you might feel safe by not allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You know, growing up in a world where I thought being vulnerable was weak. You know, if I have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So if you build up a wall, then no one's going to hurt you, right? No one can come in. And that's where the magic is. It's allowing people in. And the consequence of that relationship not working out is it's just not going to work out. But at least you know that you have been your truest self. And I only want to be around people who support me and my vulnerability, and they want to see me. And so actually it helps you to identify who it is that you do want to hang around with in that case. There's also this fear of like reciprocation. So when someone offers you love, you might think, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I need to give more to people, right? And again, I've reflected on this and thought so many times I've felt obligated to give people so many gifts. I felt obligated to then give them a gift back. But so often my friends in my life just want to give, and that's a real gift to them, and they don't want anything in return. And sometimes actually, if you're like, then, oh, I've got something I want to give you, it sometimes can diminish the impact of them wanting to give and you receive, because receiving really is a gift. And just know you don't have to do anything in return. And always think about, am I giving out of obligation or am I giving out of desire? So if it's someone's birthday, are you running around the shops trying to find them something that they'll love? You end up getting something that they probably won't ever use, and it'll just end up in the trash or it'll get thrown in the drawer. So often we give out of obligation, feeling like we need to give something because our presence isn't enough. And you are a gift. Your presence is enough. But if you have the desire to give something to someone, then do, without pressure. And make sure that you're around people who also feel like this too. And that's a really key thing. And of course, the big one is no self-love. When you don't love yourself, it's really hard to hear someone tell you that they love you. But when you start to love yourself, you can begin to accept compliments because it fits in with your self-image. And this is why I'm a massive advocate of self-love and why I work so closely with my friend Gina, because it's everything. You know, self-love is the foundation to create the life of your dreams, because if you don't love yourself, you won't let things penetrate you because you don't feel worthy of letting them in. It's huge. So just before we give you some solutions on how you can receive more and let more in, I'm going to share the 5-star review of the week. This is from Dion19, and she says, pure joy. Obsessed with everything about this podcast. Thank you, Kim, for spreading joy and wisdom throughout every episode. Your work is appreciated and you're such a breath of fresh air. I can't wait to hear the next one. Oh, thank you so much. So please, guys, head over to Apple iTunes and leave me a 5-star review. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so how do we expand our capacity to receive? The first thing is self-love. Self-love is key. And again, you're the only one that can make yourself feel worthy. It is not the car, the people, the external validation, which was the whole of my life for 30 odd years. It's what comes from within. So listening to this podcast, tuning into the episodes, working on yourself is massive. So well done, you've taken the first step. And if you want to learn more about self-love, my bestie Gina Swire, we've done a couple of podcast episodes. I think it's number 3 or 4, where we jam out on self-love and her story and how far she's come and what she's created in her life from loving herself from the inside out. Number 2, the next thing is, when you receive a compliment, pause and breathe it in. Thank you so much for that compliment. That means so much to me. Just let it in. Don't deflect it. Don't then give someone a compliment back. I mean, for example, if I give someone a compliment and then they just give me one back, it's a bit offensive because I feel like they're just deflecting what I'm trying to give them. That doesn't make me feel good. So next time someone gives you a compliment, just pause and breathe it in and just believe that you are worthy of receiving that. It's the same whenever you receive a gift or money, even when you get paid from your job. Do you ever pause to say thank you? Thank you, thank you, thank you for this gift. You know, miracles are happening around us every single second of the day. But too many of us are just so busy to even notice. And what you focus on expands. Right, so I have this thing within my team where we are magnets for miracles. And every time a little miracle happens, we shout about it and we acknowledge it and we brag about it. You know, the amount of times that I've seen 222 over these past few weeks is insane. So I get so excited. I'm like, oh my God, 222, this is incredible. Thank you, angels, for talking to me, for communicating with me. And I find real pleasure in receiving. And I can remember the other day I was driving in the car and I looked out the window and there was 222, 222, 222. Like 3 lots of 222 in a row. And I just stopped for a second. And I was just, wow. That's incredible. And I let that wash over me. The trust, the joy, the beautiful synchronicities of that happening, I let that wash over me. And it gave me this immense sense of joy and peace and knowing. But if I would have just rushed around and not given it any attention, I'm not soaking up the essence of life, the joy, the miracles that happen every single day. And so my wish is by the time you listen to the next podcast is that you have a lot of miracles under your belt. You know, maybe you walk along the road with the children and there's a beautiful flower on the tree. Stop, pause, take it in. Take in the beauty of that flower. Because if you think that you're going to be able to receive your 5-bedroom villa mansion and appreciate it before you appreciate the flower, you won't. It's the same thing. So it's been able to appreciate the small things and the small synchronicities as well as those big things. And the last one is, ask for reassurance if you feel you need that. Maybe you have a really supportive group of friends around you and just say to them, listen, I find it quite hard to receive compliments and I really want to work on this right now. So would you mind telling me what it is that you love about me? What do you love about me? I'd love to know. And just sit there and receive and let it penetrate you. And I actually encourage you all to actually action that. Speak to someone that you know and say, listen, I feel really vulnerable saying this and asking you this, but I'm working on my expansion to receive. And I wondered if you could tell me, what is it that you truly value about me and our friendship? And just try that out for size. Vulnerability again is power. It is really, really power, and it's a real strength. And whenever I feel people being vulnerable, I'm like, thank you for letting me see you. And so often I have asked people for help, and in that asking for help, it's leveled me up and helped me to evolve and helped me to see things and feel things that I didn't have access to. So try that on for size, expand your capacity to receive. And I'd love for you to tag me on Instagram, maybe use that as a tagline. I am committed to expanding my capacity to receive, and use that as your affirmation this week. Notice the miracles in your life. Stop, pause, breathe it in, and just know that you are worthy. And I'm super duper excited today because we have just launched a brand new website, you.Kim. Go and check it out. It's a new platform to just expand and help more people. So if you're interested in joining my team, having one-on-one coaching, working alongside me in group coaching or online courses, then this is the place to be. I am on a mission to help you uncover the magic within, take aligned action, have aligned ambition, operate from this place of joy, ease, and flow, and just to help you create freedom from within. So go and check it out, you.Kim. I would love you guys to screenshot it, leave me some feedback, and I will gladly receive your compliments. And until next time, see you then. Thank you for joining me for another episode. I hope your soul feels inspired and expansive, ready for new levels. And if you want to work with me deeper and you want to know more about my work with Arbonne and how I help people to live aligned, please reach out. I also have a Align and Shine 5-day course that helps you to live in complete alignment, being in flow and ease and co-creation with the universe. So for more information on that, please head over to the Soul Digger Instagram, @, or my website, you.Kim. And until next time, please subscribe, share this with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. And please let me know what you love best about this episode. And remember, the magic is within.